Hi everyone, welcome again to the monthly draw, and I know a lot of you out there enjoy the draw at the end of the month. It's a great way for me to share the flies I tie, and it's the same obviously that your support, it helps a huge amount. You've no idea. I put most of what any I get comes in. I do obviously return most of it, but some of it I put to the side obviously for more filming, more videos. Some other projects I've been doing and plan to do throughout the year, and hopefully it'll all go to plan, nothing goes wrong, especially after the last couple of years we've been through an awful. People have been through a lot, so tying flies and this hobby as well as fly fishing certainly takes their mind off it, and this does as well a wee bit. And it's obviously January here, it's the last day, and it's our season. We've got our salmon season. There's a couple of rivers open. Most of the salmon rivers don't open till sort of February time. In our area, there is an odd fish later in the season. We've got a springer or a spring fish, but for me, it's usually, for the salmon, it's June onwards. For trout, obviously March onwards, March 15th, the season starts. You can fish for grayling throughout the winter, which could be fun if the weather's good or reasonable, and there's not too much water. But it's up to yourself what you want to do. But tying flies in the winter months is what everyone likes. Now, as you know, the main draw is for a box of flies. Now I've added another one here. There's obviously one one last month. I've added this one here. This is if you can see here, I've got it. If I can look at my video here, I can actually see as well. You'll see it's just a selection of flies. These are fly suggestions that I got. I asked online, what flies would you like to see tied in a box. Now this is mainly for sea trout. We get the coastal fish or the sea trout in the estuary areas, certain parts, no matter where you are in the UK or in the Baltic Sea and so on. These type of flies are fished really well, but obviously fish eat fish, and shrimp, and this is what these are. I give the impression of that. So there's about, I think there's 30 on this side, obviously 10 or more on that side, so there's a good collection, like clousers and obviously so on. It's a nice box of flies. So basically that's one you could have a choice of. I've got the salmon fly, this one here. These are tied, if I remember right. These are 4s and 6s, or in doubles. Good selection again. Low water spring, if you want to call it, type flies, or with high water in the summer months, something like this would be good as well. So that's a nice selection of flies. We've got Irish flies, or Irish patterns, or wet flies. We've got a nice selection as well. Got a few in there. At the bottom here, we've actually got some dries. These are CDC dries. Got mayflies, obviously, dabblers, and so on. So there's a good collection of Irish wets there, and as I say, some dries. We've got there's 70. I know there's 70 in this wee box here. This is the Midge Pooper, which these are going to be coming up first in their season. I'll put a closer up picture, as you'll probably see in the video. But these is a nice collection of flies. The river sort of bugs and nymphs, as I would call it, for the grayling. And again, it's fish out through the season. There are good patterns in there. There's even some killer bugs tied with the Chadwick's 477. A lot of good patterns of flies are fished in there. And this one here is a collection of dry flies from my favourite book, the first book I ever read in fly tying was by Bert Sharp, Let's Fish the Clyde. And this is his collection of dries. They're all spider patterns, meaning flies without a wing. Excellent patterns. Catch fish anywhere in the world with them. If there's fish rising, especially to small duns and mayflies and so on. Now, so we can draw a number. This is the main draw, so this is open to everyone. So I'm going to be drawing the number just now, and the number for the box of flies. Now you have a choice of those 6 boxes, so you just have to let me know. So generate, the number is
205.
205 for that one. Now we're going on to, I've got quite a few things to give away. We've got a jungle cork cape. This is just a jungle cork cape, a spare one that I have. It's nice enough, I'll take it out so you can see it. It's got a good colour, you'll get a few flies out it. It's not the best in the world, but it's a good enough cape, and if you haven't got any, it's a brilliant cape. So we'll draw a number for that, for the jungle cork. And the number is
34.
Number 34. Now, this is something you can either keep for yourself or you can pass on to a friend. This here is it's basically an introduction or a beginner's fly tying material pack, and this, as you can see, it's from Vineyards. Now, it's just got a good selection of stuff to try, and so if you know someone, or you use it for yourself, it is a good collection. It's certainly something nice to have. So this is for this one here. So I'll draw a number for that.
109.
109. Now I've got, basically this here is a set of tools. It's very much like what I use. It's got the same whip finisher. It's got the finer scissors, fine pointed scissors. It's got the ceramic bobbin holder. It's got the dubbing needle. And it's just, oh, you've got the hackle pliers at the base. You can't see it for the Vineyards, but it's a good wee toolkit. It's ideal. So we'll draw a number for that. And again, you could obviously pass it on to a friend who wants to start. And the number is
112.
112. Now we've got the flies. Now this what these are. These are the flies that basically I've tied throughout the month and filmed for YouTube. So obviously I'm going to give these away now. This one is the Jackhead Shrimp. Now there's 2 or 3 extra there for you to have a cast with, as well as the original. But also in the video I blended some dubbing, and I've actually put in the 3 I did, and I've actually used some of it, so just to get you to see what it's like. It's just got the dubbing blends that I use, so you can have a tie it or go at it yourself. So that number for that one. Number
117.
117. Then we're going to go into obviously the flies. The first one is the Baltic Shrimp. This is the Coq de Leon one. Now there's an extra one in the back there for you to have a cast as well. So we'll draw a number for that.
24.
Number 24. And we've got this one here is it's a great pattern. It looks like it doesn't look much, but in the water it just looks great and it catches. This is Rogan's Gadget. It's a slight variant because I put a hackle on it. There's your cast, you've got the sand eel, which I've tied. This one's got the eye on it, it's the flat wing. But basically you would fish the 2, you put this in the dropper, this in the point. So you've got the two flies that I would have a cast made up of. So we'll draw a number for that. And the number is
31. Number
31. Now, as you probably realise, I was tying a few, because I was doing the saltwater box, I was filming them. So this is the clouser that I tied. There's an extra one again there. Everybody knows the clouser, or the clouser minnow, which is such a good pattern. So anyway, the number for that?
209.
209. Now we're going to some, we've got the sand eel, we've got the flat wing, this is another one. As you can see, there's actually 3 there. So you've got a couple to actually have a cast with if you want, or if you want to keep, or use them all. Can't close this up because of the length, but anyway, that'll protect them for you. So this is just basically a signed card. That number for them
223.
223. We're going to, this is just the small bait fish. That's just basically, there's two again. There's one with the bar in the back and the one tied for YouTube. It's just basically tied with what they call fox fur. Very simple, but really good wee pattern. And it's tied with the eyes. It's what they call the diamond eyes from Easy Shrimp. So they're good. The number for them,
78.
number 78. Now we've got a couple of knot patterns. We've got the spent knot, or the CD knot pattern. It's a good pattern as well. So this for if you're going to Ireland, large mayfly. This is a nice pattern to have. And the number for them,
19.
number 19. Again, and it's the same theme in a way. When I was actually the Irish fly box, there were 6 of each pattern, but I split them up into 3s so you've got a better selection. So I was obviously following some. I've got the duck fly, this one here. It's just the adult midge duck fly.
169.
169 for them. Again, we've got some more patterns. This is the octopus tippet. Great colours. If you want to bring fish up to say what's that and hopefully take it, this is one for it. And the tippet hackle gives the impression of legs. This is why they were used originally. And I've got a couple of patterns, so this is one of them. So the number for that, the number is
7.
number 7. And we're going into this is the daddy long legs. This is the wet fly. This is the fly that was banned because it was catching too many fish. But some would look at it more as a lure rather than a traditional wet fly. No, but it works extremely well. Anywhere, well, there's daddy long legs. A crane fly is the right name for it. You would, if they were getting drowned in a good wave, this is a pattern to have. So we'll draw a number for that.
26.
Number 26. And finally, we've got 2 of the dragonfly nymphs. It's quite a popular fly, the old dragonfly. We do have them. We just don't get huge numbers that you would see in some countries. We get the damselfly, which there's tons of them. Dragonfly is a bigger nymph, and even bigger than this. But this is just a kind of standard one. So final number for that is
115.
is 115. So there we are. Now, I hope you enjoyed that, but what I'm going to speak to you about is that, just to finish off, I've actually got 2 from November that people haven't come back to me. For November's draw, number 61 and number 117. Now, I'll just say his first name, Duncan, and 117 in November. You've got a fly here. And we've got Colin, number 61 in November. You need to contact us. I don't know whether there was a problem, maybe me receiving your email, I don't know. But if you maybe can somehow contact me, and I can send it on. And then I've got 3 for December, believe it or not. I've got Darren, 123, 123 for December. I've got Ivor, number 61 for December, and I've got Daniel for December, number 83. So if you have sent an email and like I haven't received it, I checked my spam, there's nothing there, try and contact me either through maybe Facebook or Instagram or something. The only problem with YouTube, they don't have a PM, you can't PM it private message. Everything you write down goes public, so if you can contact me privately through Instagram or Facebook, then I'll get straight back to you. I'll not give these are yours, they'll be there until you get them. So just give me a shout and we'll sort it out. So anyway, that's January's draw by. We're going to next month. Want some suggestions, just for a box of flies I have. I've got the bigger salmon fly box I'll probably be doing. I'm going to be doing a box for the sort of lochs in, say, South Uist. I've got probably, these are traditional Scottish wet flies. I'll be putting that together hopefully. So I'll have another couple of boxes added to the list. Now, these are just so that if your number comes up, you have a choice, and it's a choice that suits what type of fishing you like. So anyway, look, I want everyone to stay safe and look after themselves, and I'll keep doing the videos. I've got some few things planned, as I say, and this helps towards that. There's a few things that there's a documentary. I want to do a documentary on what I do and where I am and such, which many I know enjoyed the small one I did with Full and Mill. So hopefully that will happen. And it'll probably be towards the end of the year, once it's complete, if everything goes to plan. It'll be filmed throughout the season. So look, thank you again, and thanks for all your support. It does mean a huge amount to me.